Welcome to Unveiled Mysteries, where untold stories come alive. Today we uncover the shocking journey of a hockey prodigy who became a smuggling kingpin. Ryan John Phillips, a talented hockey player with dreams of NHL stardom, would soon face a decision that would change his life forever. Set in 1975 in the serene town of North Vancouver, Canada, Ryan's journey began with the promise of greatness, but took a darker path. From his childhood, Ryan's father was his coach and his biggest supporter, nurturing his dream to play in the NHL one day. With unwavering determination and hours of practice, Ryan excelled on the ice, aiming for a future in the prestigious junior hockey leagues. But dreams often come at a cost, and Ryan's entry into the junior hockey league was anything but smooth. Facing bullying from his teammates, Ryan's confidence began to falter, and the pressure to succeed became overwhelming. One cruel incident broke him. Knocked unconscious and humiliated, Ryan woke to find his worst fears realized. Shattered and alone, Ryan left the team, unsure if he could ever chase his dream again, but fate had other plans. One night at a bar, Ryan reunited with an old friend, Ken, who offered a tempting escape from his misery. Ken, now living a lavish lifestyle, casually asked Ryan, "Are you making any money?" Ryan hesitated, then admitted he wasn't. Ken then made an offer that would change everything. "Come work with me," he said, his voice brimming with confidence. Ryan, desperate for an escape, didn't even ask what the job was. He agreed immediately, unaware of what lay ahead. That night, Ryan lay awake, wondering what Ken's mysterious job could be, but excitement clouded his doubts. The next morning, Ken arrived at Ryan's house, charmingly introducing himself to Ryan's mother as a music label owner. In Ryan's room, Ken revealed the truth. From his bag, he pulled out large packets of marijuana, placing them on the table. Ken explained the job. "You just need to carry this across the border. It's easy money," he said. Ryan hesitated, but with no money and no direction, he agreed. It was a decision he would soon regret. 2 days later, Ryan packed the marijuana into his hockey bag and set off on his first smuggling trip to the US. Driving nervously toward the border, Ryan's heart raced as he noticed a border patrol car in his rearview mirror. Ryan's palms were sweaty as the border patrol car suddenly turned away, disappearing into the distance. He let out a sigh of relief. As Ryan approached the border checkpoint, his heart raced again. The officer asked him for his passport and his purpose for traveling. Ryan stammered, "I'm heading to Washington for a hockey match." The officer stared for a moment, then waved him through. Crossing the border successfully, Ryan couldn't believe his luck. He had just completed his first smuggling mission. Ken rewarded Ryan with $1,000, a small fortune for someone with no income. Ryan's eyes lit up with greed and excitement. Ken rewarded Ryan with $1,000, a small fortune for someone with no income. Ryan's eyes lit up with greed and excitement. Ken, proud of Ryan's progress, introduced him to larger operations. But with more money came higher stakes. Ryan's once simple life was now consumed by greed, excitement, and the constant fear of getting caught. He couldn't forget the haunting stares of border officers, each time feeling like he was seconds from being caught. Little did Ryan know, his growing success would soon attract dangerous attention, leading to a deadly betrayal. With more money came larger operations. Ryan began working with a team, smuggling bigger loads across the border. Ryan's smuggling routes became more complex, using back roads and dense forests to avoid detection. Ken warned Ryan about the risks, but Ryan, blinded by greed, dismissed his concerns and pushed for even bigger deals. Ken warned Ryan about the risks, but Ryan, blinded by greed, dismissed his concerns and pushed for even bigger deals. Unbeknownst to Ryan, law enforcement and rival smugglers were closing in, watching his every move. Despite the dangers, Ryan and his team continued to smuggle larger quantities, believing they were invincible. One night, while crossing the border, Ryan noticed flashing lights in the distance. His heart sank. Thinking quickly, Ryan turned onto an unmarked road, his pulse racing as he tried to escape unnoticed. The flashing lights grew closer. Ryan realized too late. He had driven straight into a police checkpoint. Officers ordered Ryan to step out of the van. His smuggling empire had just come crashing down. Handcuffed and surrounded, Ryan was taken into custody. His smuggling operation was over. Ryan's charges were severe, smuggling 50 kilos of marijuana. His once promising future was now overshadowed by his crimes. Sentenced to 18 months in a federal prison, Ryan entered a world filled with danger, fear, and regret. The guards were harsh, and the prisoners were even harsher. Ryan struggled to adapt to the brutal prison environment. Isolated and humiliated, Ryan spent long days in solitary confinement, haunted by his decisions. One day, Ryan's mother visited him, her tears reflecting the pain of seeing her son behind bars. Her words echoed in his mind. "You've lost everything, but it's not too late to change." Something shifted in Ryan that day. Determined to turn his life around, Ryan joined the prison hockey team, rediscovering a part of himself he had lost. Hockey became Ryan's lifeline, a reminder of his better days and a path to redemption. Ryan vowed to leave his criminal life behind and start fresh, but the road to redemption would not be easy. After serving 18 months, Ryan was released, but freedom felt strange. His life was a blank slate. Despite his release, Ryan carried the weight of his mistakes. The world he once knew had changed. Memories of his daughter haunted him. He hadn't seen her since his arrest, and the thought was unbearable. Determined to start fresh, Ryan found work at a local gym, but his past was never far behind. One day, Ken visited Ryan, urging him to return to the smuggling world. Ryan refused, but the temptation lingered. Ryan fought hard to resist the pull of his old life. He turned to therapy and began volunteering to keep himself grounded. Through volunteering, Ryan found purpose. He shared his story with troubled youth, hoping to steer them away from his mistakes. Ryan's persistence paid off. After years of trying, he reunited with his daughter, now 5 years old. Though the scars of his past remained, Ryan proved that change was possible. His story was far from over. Ryan's story began to spread. Invited to schools and community events, he shared his journey to inspire others. Students listened intently as Ryan spoke about choices, resilience, and the power of second chances. He became a voice for change, speaking at events and mentoring troubled youth, helping them find their path. Through it all, Ryan's daughter remained his greatest motivation, a constant reminder of why he chose to change. Years later, Ryan became a sought-after motivational speaker, sharing his story worldwide. He told them, "It's never too late to change. The hardest battles are the ones within ourselves." Ryan's journey reminds us that even the darkest paths can lead to light, if we have the courage to change. This was the story of Ryan John Phillips. Thank you for watching Unveiled Mysteries. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.